Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, and in today's video we'll be talking about how you can withdraw your money from your Upwork account in a way that is optimal, that you can get the best exchange rates when you eventually withdraw it to your currency, in my case to Naira. In this video we'll discuss multiple options available to us as freelancers to withdraw our money from Upwork. So let's jump right to it. Number 1, PayPal. PayPal is a viable option to withdraw your money from Upwork or Fiverr. So you can easily use PayPal, and in my country Nigeria, you cannot receive money in your Nigerian PayPal account. But one thing you can do is you can create a PayPal business. So if you have a business account, when you open your PayPal account, you would have the option of personal and business. So I have a business PayPal account, so I can receive money with my Nigerian account. So as a matter of fact, I had to open another account so I can receive money through my personal account. So you can go to www.paypal.com/ls, that's Lesotho. So you can register through that and you'll be able to register for PayPal, a PayPal account that you can use to receive payments globally. But one downside with receiving money with PayPal, whether from Upwork or from Fiverr or as a freelancer, is that the exchange rate of PayPal funds in Nigeria is very low. It's always relatively lower than other methods of withdrawing your money from freelance platforms. So I would advise that you don't use PayPal except if other options don't work for you. Then for Upwork, when you withdraw your money with PayPal option, Upwork is going to charge you $2 per withdrawal. So another option with which you can withdraw your freelance earning is through Wire. If you have a dollar account that can accept a wire transfer, you can use that account to withdraw your money from Upwork. But note that you'll be charged $30 to withdraw to any bank of your choice, and your payment would arrive within 7 business days. So if you are using a wire transfer method, you can send your money from Upwork to your Payday virtual USD account. One downside to Payday is that Payday cannot presently receive ACH, and we will talk about that later in this video. So the third option here is perfect fit for remote workers. So you can use Upwork as a platform just for the purpose of receiving your payment. That means that the client is not a client you got from Upwork. Probably you got a client from LinkedIn or through Twitter. There is a video on this channel that explains how you can get freelance clients through LinkedIn. So if you get a client that way and that client is not registered on Upwork, if you have challenge with receiving your payment from that client, you can use Upwork Direct Contract. The advantage of using Upwork Direct Contract is that Upwork serves as an escrow for you and the client. So that means the client can make payment to Upwork. Upwork owns the payment, and when you complete the work, the payment is released to you by Upwork. You don't need all the paperwork to relate to the client. Upwork handles that for you at 3% of the payments made by the client. So this time Upwork is not going to charge you 20%, as is the case with when you're working with an Upwork client. So since this client is not an Upwork client, you are only bringing the client to Upwork just for the purpose of receiving payment, you would be charged only 3%. That is fair, because if you use PayPal charge you that high too, especially if you're using a business account. PayPal can charge you as high as 3.5% of whatever payment you receive. If the client is making payment to Upwork through debit or credit card, you would be charged 3%. If your client is using a checking account, the client will be charged 50 cents per transaction. Note, ensure that the client is not interacting with you with an email that is already registered on Upwork. If you find this video helpful, hit the like button. Your engagement helps me to reach a wider audience and produce more quality content. So now let's talk about the payment method I personally prefer and recommend to Upwork freelancers. And we're going to view this from 3 different perspectives. This payment method is direct to US bank. This option is free. That means Upwork does not charge you $2 as is the case with other options. So there are 3 ways you can get this done. Presently, I'm speaking from the perspective of a Nigerian, and I know this is applicable to people in other countries. So direct to USD, that means direct to a US bank account. So irrespective of whether or not you are in the United States, you can get access to a US bank account. There are 3 major methods that are effective and functional, and we are going to discuss them right now. The first is using Payoneer.com. If you don't have a Payoneer account, click the link in the description below to create your Payoneer account. So this is a recommended method which many freelancers across the world use for creating a US bank account. So when you create a Payoneer account, Payoneer is going to give you a checking account. That means you would have a real US bank account details, like a virtual US bank account. So you can put these details under your direct US. So when you click on add payment method on Upwork, you can input these details under the direct to US bank as your US bank account. So Payoneer is going to give you a US bank account, and then you can use this US bank account to receive money from Upwork. But that's not all. Payoneer is used in over 200 countries across the world. It's a trusted platform, though they have their cons, and their customer service is somewhat good. After adding your Payoneer US dollar account to your Upwork, now you can go and click get paid on Upwork. So Upwork sends the money to your Payoneer account. It takes about 2 to 3 days for the money to get into your Payoneer account. So now that the money is in your Payoneer account, you have 4 options. The first option is for you to withdraw the money straight to your local bank account, to your local Naira account. That is not advisable. That was what I was doing when I was an undergraduate. I joined Fiverr in 2012. I ordered a Payoneer card and it was shipped in. I collected it at the post office. So when I get money into my Payoneer account, I just take the card to an ATM in Nigeria and have the money withdrawn. That was fine for me. I did that for a long period of time before I realized that the rates the banks are exchanging the dollars for me is bank rate, and it is very low when compared to the rate of dollars in the black market. So I wised up and stopped that method. So the second method you can withdraw your money from Payoneer is to use exchangers. You see some guys in some WhatsApp group who will tell you that they buy Payoneer fund. If it's a group you trust, you need to do your validation to ensure that that person is not a fraudster. So if you are sure that that person actually buys and sell Payoneer fund, I know a couple of persons that buy and sell Payoneer fund, so you can ask me for recommendation in the comment section. Another option for which you can withdraw your money from Payoneer to Naira is using the crypto option. This is the option that will give you the highest possible rate when you withdraw your money from Upwork. How is this done? For you to get this done, you must have received in the region of $1,000 above through Upwork, Fiverr, or any other means you make money online to your Payoneer account. So you can order a Payoneer card, and that card can be used to buy cryptocurrency on platforms like Binance. However, it is against Payoneer's policy to use their card for buying cryptocurrency. For a long period of time, I used it and it worked. And I know a couple of persons who still use it presently and it works for them. So that way you get the highest possible exchange rate for your dollars. However, you stand the risk of losing your Payoneer account if you get caught by Payoneer. And the fourth option to get your money out of Payoneer is to send the money from your Payoneer to your domiciliary account. You open a domiciliary account with any bank in Nigeria, and then you send your money from the Payoneer to your domiciliary account. Note that opening a Payoneer account is straightforward and it requires valid ID verification. Payoneer is notorious for abruptly blocking the accounts of freelancers. If you check online, if you Google, you're going to find tons of reviews of embittered freelancers complaining about how their account got abruptly suspended. Some for using the card to trade cryptocurrency, and sometimes if you receive an amount of money that Payoneer doesn't trust the means of getting that money, they might flag your accounts. But in most cases, you will get your money back. When it comes to withdrawing your Upwork fund or withdrawing your freelance fund generally, it is best to have multiple alternatives. So if PayPal is not working, you can use Payday. If Payday is not working, you can use Payoneer. If Payoneer is not working, that takes us to the next point in this discussion. But before we do that, if you have not subscribed already to this channel, please hit the subscribe button. I post videos every week to help you in your freelance journey from zero to a freelance hero. So note that we are still under the direct to US bank account. So now we've addressed Payoneer as an option of getting a US bank account. Another method to get a US bank account is you just going straight to open a domiciliary account. You can withdraw your fund directly from your Upwork to your domiciliary account in Nigeria. So for those who don't know how to open a domiciliary account, just walk into your bank and tell the customer service that you want to open a domiciliary account. They will give you a form. You need 2 persons who runs current account to sign for you, and you need to fill in your details. Then if you already have an account with that bank, it makes it all easier. They'll just need to open a domiciliary account for you. Banks have limits they would expect you to deposit to get your account running. So note that when you send money directly from Upwork to your domiciliary account, Upwork charges you $30, while Upwork charges just $2 to send to Payoneer. Don't forget that when you withdraw money to your domiciliary account, your bank may include their own charges, which might be in the region of 1% for funds over $500. Don't forget to turn on notification if you haven't, so you can be the first to know when I upload a new video. So still under how you can withdraw your money under the direct to US bank. So now you need to talk about how you can get a US bank account. The third option is for you to use GigPay. And GigPay is the only one working right now. With the recent issue experienced by Silvergate Bank, which is the banking partner of Gray, Gray is moving on to another banking partner which would allow users of Gray Finance accept ACH payments. Everything I am going to say about GigPay right now, if Gray fulfills their promise, is going to apply also to Gray. So GigPay by Rhinest gives you a US bank account. My US bank account is a Wells Fargo bank account. I can add it under the direct to US bank in my Upwork account. So the money is sent to the Wells Fargo account, which would reflect in my GigPay account. I can send it from my GigPay to my Naira account or to any other person I want to send it to. The downside with GigPay is that relative to the crypto option of Payoneer or a domiciliary account, the exchange rate of GigPay is the black market rate, but most times it is a bit below other black market exchanger rates. So for example, let's assume that the black market rate is $1 equals 770 Naira. GigPay may be offering you $1 for 740. And it's quite understandable. It's an organization, they are trying to make their profit too because they provide a solution to you. So if you have any question about how to receive payments from Upwork that has not been covered in this video, or you have any contribution you would like to add, something I omitted, something I'm not aware of, I am not all-knowing, please add it in the comments below. I will take time to respond to you. Thanks for watching this video to the end. I'll see you in the next one.